there everybody, hope you had a really amazing Christmas. I am doing a review of a movie called Bright, which is a Netflix exclusive. I wasn't really planning on doing a review of this film, but I caught it when I was over in New Zealand. I watched it with my family, and I noticed a few other people have done reviews of this movie, so I thought I'd throw in my 2 cents. So Bright, like I said, it's a Netflix exclusive. It was directed by David Ayer, who previously was most known for doing Suicide Squad. Whether or not that's a good thing to you, who knows? And once again, this movie stars Will Smith, who plays an LA cop who's partnered with an orc, played by Joel Edgerton. You know orcs? Those creature thingies from Lord of the Rings? Yeah, one of those guys. Because this movie is set in kind of an alternate reality where a couple of thousand years ago there was a big war between humans and orcs and elves, and the humans won, but we integrated the other species into our society. So these two are doing their typical cop thing, and then we learn that there's some big Dark Lord who's about to come back, but, you know, guns and human ammunition and stuff won't be any good against him, so they've got to use magic. So they find some elves and there's a magic wand, and yeah, who knows? Because this movie, to be honest, was kind of a pile of shit. Yeah, I did not like this movie. For starters, yeah, God, the plot was so convoluted and confusing, and in the first act there were so many scenes of dialogue, just big expositional long scenes that I was just tuning out. Like, the first act was really boring. I mean, I get what they're trying to do with this film. I get that they're trying to make a bit of a racial statement, and it was an interesting concept in a way, you know, putting orcs and elves and stuff into modern society, but it didn't work. Just the way they did it, I don't know, it just fell flat. Will Smith just phoned in another Will Smith performance. You know, he was just that typical Will Smith character. Joel Edgerton as the orc guy whose name was something. Yeah, I got nothing. He was pretty good. The makeup effects on him were really good. Actually, all the orcs looked pretty good. But realistically, that's the only good thing I could say about this film. It goes for about 2 hours. And aside from that, like, there was just a hell of a lot of swearing in the film. I mean, look, I'm not a prude. I have no objections to swearing and, you know, all that sort of stuff if it's utilized properly. But it was kind of like the scriptwriters were just like, how do we make our characters sound tough? I know, let's have them swear every second word. Yeah, doesn't really work. Visually, I don't know, this movie fell kind of flat once again for me, mainly because it didn't offer anything we haven't seen before. You know, even though, yeah, we haven't seen fantasy stuff and gritty cop stuff mixed together, but you know, we have seen the fantasy stuff, we have seen the cop stuff, and even if you put them together, it was still just kind of like, yeah, you know, doesn't seem that fresh. Now look, I have seen a couple of comments from people on Facebook and stuff who have actually enjoyed this film, so by all means, check it out. It's a Netflix thing, it's not going to cost you any money. Well, you know, apart from your subscription, but you don't have to pay like $3,000 for a night out at the movies at least. But yeah, for me personally, and I know all my family weren't big fans of it either, yeah, I really thought this movie kind of sucked, and I'm going to give Bright a 1 out of 10. Yeah, I really did think it was that bad. Like I said, the makeup effects on the orcs and stuff was okay, but other than that, nothing I liked about this movie. So I'm throwing over to you guys. Have you seen Bright, and what did you think about it? Let me know, drop me some comments either here or on Facebook. And before the year is out, I am going to do reviews of Coco and Jumanji. Those are the last 2 movies that I want to do before I do my best and worst list of 2017, so stay tuned for those. So come talk to me. All the social media links are in the description below, because I like to talk about movies, and I would love to talk about movies with you. I'll catch you next time.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.